I'm kind of disgusted with myself, y'all. No, I'm purely disgusted with myself and the way I do things. So we're going to talk about that. Maybe talk a little bait stuff. Just maybe me talking, you listen, because that's all the choice you got. Be right back. So here's the deal. The thumbnail pic. I'll show it again right here. You're looking at, yeah. See, it's cool when you can edit this stuff. It's so easy. This software's punch buttons. It's easy. Anybody can do it. Randy. Anybody can do it. Christopher. Oh, I'm still disgusted. You know what? I'm gonna tell you a little secret you learn as you get older. If you be disgusted with yourself, it makes it a lot easier for other folks not to be able to be disgusted with you. Okay? It's just kind of the way it is. So you beat everybody else to the punch. If you're gonna be self-deprecating, defecating. I hope I'm not self-defecating. If you're gonna be hard on yourself, do it quick and out loud so other folks got to leave you alone. That picture with all those rods and reels, 21 rods and reels, and all them tackle boxes, I didn't even count them. You can look. I'll do the picture again. You can count them. Was there 8, 9? What? I made fun of my buddy fishing that pond there a month or two ago because he packed everything with him on a pond. Not any more stupid than what I do packing that in my bass boat. That stuff all come out of my bass boat a while ago because my bass boat's going to be down for a while. And I decided to get stuff out in case he might decide to help himself to it because the world's full of scoundrels. And somebody, they maybe want my old stuff. I don't know. There's some pretty cool old stuff there. Now, in my defense, one thing, that all that tackle is a culmination of stuff since spring has not been cleaned out and gone through because I haven't been fishing enough. There was rods and reels, at least 3 topwater and fluke rods there from a tournament my wife and I fished in May when I first got that motor put on the boat. There was 2 brim poles. From the last time we used the boat, 2 weeks ago today, we went catfishing on Truman Lake. That's a whole nother video on my Hickbilly Outdoors channel if you want to watch us catch some catfish on jugs, pool noodle jugs. That was fun, but it took 2 brim poles to catch the bait. The way we used to do it, it was pretty cool. It worked out. But still, 21 rods and reels, y'all. And it's 6 crankbait rods, 4 flipping sticks, 2 dedicated spinnerbait poles, 2 or 3 other jig rods. Overkill. And I know it. Now, there's 3 to 4 kinds of bass fishing when it comes to having that tackle like that. First off, the beginning guy, the new guy, buys everything he can buy because he don't know what to use, what to have, no confidence. So he buys a lot of crap. He carries it with him everywhere he goes. That's just, everybody's guilty of that. We've all done that. You always wanted more. And sometimes you never outgrow that. Then there's the guy, and probably unfortunately a lot of folks, a lot of us, carries everything they can with them because they don't have enough confidence to be able to dial it down a little bit. Everybody's been guilty of that at one time or another. Some of us continue to be guilty of that. Then there's a tournament fisherman like me, or what has been for years, that packs everything because I am confident in everything. I can throw a deep diving crankbait. I can throw a plastic worm on a Texas rig. I can throw an ultralight shaky head finesse thing. I can throw a topwater. Then I have my frog rod, which had also, some of those rods was from that trip to that local lake a few weeks ago where we fished lily pads and stuff. So that was also some extra. I guess truthfully I only had about 15 or 16 rods that was supposed to, I had too much stuff. Way too much. A guy like me, though, I am going to pack a lot of stuff with me sometimes just because I can, because I know how to use it all. I'm not going to get caught out mostly. If I was going to a lake I'd never fished before, hadn't been to for years, like let's say I'm going to Texoma. I've never been to Texoma. You study up on the interweb anymore, but it used to be you didn't have that. So I'm going to try to fish steam water, may have to fish clear water, maybe fishing shallow deep. Yeah, I'm going to pack the stuff with me. That's why I always wanted a Suburban. I want to be able to pack everything with me, but not so much in the boat, y'all. The boat, it being a floating tackle shop, and everybody does this. Everybody. And I am through doing that as of right now. So I'm making baits. I don't know how good that's going to show up, Mr. Christopher Johnson. Laminate, black and red, Dale tail, the old gator tail. I made a bunch of those. Those actually glitter. I made most of them without. Does that show up any good at all? Look, that's for you, Chris. Yeah. I don't know how close I got. I never looked back at your video, buddy. It's fun. That's fun stuff. Crawdaddies too. Woo, dog. Look at that. I'm gonna keep showing my baits. I'm trying to sell baits. Yeah, I've been putting a link in the description to Old Guy Custom Lures. Yeah, there's a commercial. That one's actually a throwaway. It's got a little bubble. I'll use it. That's got a little bubble air in the end. That's a mistake. It's got a little pocket. That's sad. My whole bass fishing existence is sad. I alluded to that in my video I did yesterday. I said I had a deeper hidden meaning. I'm going to touch on that. When I can get on the water next time, I'm going to touch on that. Oh, also, I figured out that rattle. I figured out every time I touch this bench, this microwave that my camera sitting on makes it rock. I figured that out yesterday kind of after I was editing. Whatever. I'm a dumbass. All that tackle. I mean, like, for instance, today, 74 degrees, last July, cloudy, it's been a little rain sometimes. I'd be ignorant to be caught on a lake without a buzzbait or a zero spook or a chug bug today. Even if it ain't the primary thing, I would be chunking a buzzbait right now. Almost any lake I was fishing, from ultra clear water to muddy water. You're just going to pick one up and chuck one, hoping for the easy bite, maybe find the bite. But that spinnerbait buzzbait box, that stays in my boat 12 months out of the year. Crankbaits stay in my boat 12 months out of the year. Jigs stay in my boat 12 months out of the year. But I have a box that messes. Just spinnerbait trailers, jig trailers, maybe not so much. Boxes of flipping baits, creature baits, not so much. I could put every soft plastic bait I needed could be in one box, from some trailers to crawdads to some worms. Yeah, this time of year we start throwing that big worm. Maybe. But do I need a box with, seriously, 35 or 40 zero spooks, chug bugs, different walking baits, pop-Rs? That's what that one of those boxes is, pure D top R. Crankbaits. I have a box of deep runners, medium deep runners. I had a box of square bills. I had a box of big deep runners, DD22s. I hadn't even come close to throwing this year because I ain't been fishing, but they're in the boat because I might need them. And an experimental, one of those boxes had my experimental baits from several videos way back. Where there's like 9 baits in that box, and some of them I hadn't even thrown yet. I'm picking on myself first. I'm also picking on folks who are just like me, packing too much crap. 21 rods and reels. Take away 2 of the frog rods from a video from a few weeks ago. Braided frog rods. I don't generally have those in the boat unless I know I'm going to be fishing heavy grass and stuff like that. Take away those 2 brim poles with 8-pound line and crappie jigs, basically catching sunfish to catch catfish. It's in a video I put up last week, 2 weeks ago, my Hickbilly Outdoors channel. I'm not going to put a link to it. You want to see us catching? We caught some catfish. It was fun. Take those poles out. So that leaves 17 rods and reels in that boat. Okay, I put 2 spinning rods in before I went down last Thursday. I generally don't care. I mean, I can fish with spinning tackle. I just generally don't. But I put 2 in because I was thinking about doing a video that day on doing some shaky head fishing, some deeper brush pile fishing. I was going to try something interesting. It didn't happen because I got down in my leg and my boat got down worse. So take out those 2. 16 rods and reels. 16. 6 crankbait poles. Now, if I'm fishing a tournament and researching trying to find fish, I got 6 poles. 3 of them have square bills with 2 different sizes and different colors. One of them had like a deep little end, 8 to 9, 10 foot deep crankbait. One had a big square bill that runs 8 or 9. It's a coffin bill. It's flat side coffin bill. It's actually an old Pose RC2. Love that bait. And one with a big DD22, a big deep diving crankbait. You could argue I'm looking for fish or fishing tournament. I have a use for every one of those poles. A little bit overkill. 4 flipping sticks. Now, y'all, there ain't never too many flipping sticks in my boat. That is something that will never change except in the wintertime. I don't do that kind of fishing in the winter. That's a 9 to 10 month technique, at least 10 month technique sometimes. Depends on how bad winter is. But those flipping poles, the 7.5, 8 foot rods, with some with braid, some with 20-pound, those are going to always be in my boat because it's my confidence thing. And so other than after 1st of December till 1st of March, let's say, so basically 3 months are going to be out of the boat. 3 separate topwater poles. I had 2 different colors of spook and a chug bug. Fishing a tournament, practicing, trying different colors, different stuff, maybe, not really. So many times the bait you tie on first thing in the morning is one you're still throwing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. At least that's the way it is for me, because I have confidence what I tied on the first time. Once in a while you change something, it blows up. A fluke rod, not for me this time of year, and I had one keeper in that tournament with my wife that day on that and had a big fish miss it. But I'm not a big fluke, sluggo kind of fisherman in warm weather, not really. Maybe I ought to be, but I'm not. Jig rods are always going to have to play. A jig worm, a 7-foot medium heavy rod is about the most versatile thing there is. But do I need to have 3 or 4 of them in the boat? No. 2 of them, 1 of them even. That's where I'm heading. I'm going to fix some of that. Because before I get my boat back, all my stuff's going to have to be looked at, some new line to put on, and rethinking my situation. Because that's part of another video I'm going to do, the deeper hidden meaning thing. Because this really sucks. The way I'm fishing is horrible. And packing a whole tackle shop, I don't have to do that. I can. I'm going to choose not to from now on. I don't have to have 15 of these in the same color. I don't have to do that. A couple, 3 practicing for tournament. If I'm fishing a tournament, yeah, something's working. Yeah, pack a few extra. I'm going to slim it down. And y'all need to also, most likely. So let me know what you think. Y'all, I'm talking to you. That guy right there. See you in the corner? That guy back in the back? And you? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. You know what I mean. You're fishing with too much crap, not necessary. There's no reason for it. Mostly. If I'm going to Okeechobee, well, I'm probably not packing I don't know. I always wanted a Suburban for that very reason. I keep a conversion van. Keep a bunch of stuff in there. Take what I need in the boat. Figure it out. It's got to be more simple than this. And I'm gonna go make some baits. I got a little bit of restaurant work to do. I am in the lure lab, the bait lab. Look at this. It's my bait lab. It's where I make cool looking baits. I even sell a few. Check out the website, link in the description. Give me a holler. Email me, ozarktrapper@yahoo.com. Going through that website email sucks. I make fun of myself before you can. What do you guys think? Y'all got too much tackle in your boat? Huh? In your kayak with 7 rods and reels? Yes, you do. I love seeing the kayaks with 5 to 7 rods. I'm gonna smack one of them things. I'm gonna do the world's biggest backlash, break her a couple rod tips. Oh yeah, that's no fun. God bless you guys. Let me know how it's going for you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.